everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kendall. Hope you guys are having a great day out there. But for today, I recently, for the first time, listened to Black Sabbath, and I was really impressed with what I heard, especially, and it was my first time listening to Ozzy Osbourne's singing voice, but I really liked his voice, and I really dug what he did. And so I really wanted to check out more. I mean, I definitely plan to check out more from Black Sabbath, but I also want to check out some of his solo stuff. And so I'm actually going to be reacting to his song, Mama, I'm Coming Home. Now, this is a first time listen for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. Ozzy Osbourne, Mama, I'm Coming Home. Here we go.
Times have changed and times are strange. Here I come, but I ain't the same. Mama, I'm coming home. Time's gone by, it seems to be. You could have been a better friend to me. Mama, I'm coming home. You took me in and you drove me out, yeah, you had me hypnotized, yeah. Lost and found and turned around by the fire in your eyes. You made me cry, you told me lies, but I can't stand to say goodbye. Mama, I'm coming home. I could be right, I could be wrong. It hurts so bad, it's been so long. Mama, I'm coming home. Selfish love, yeah, we're both alone. The right before the fall, yeah. But I'm gonna take this heart of stone. I just got to have it all. I've seen your face 100 times. Every day we've been apart. I don't care about the sunshine, yeah. 'Cause mama, I'm coming home. I'm coming
Okay. First time listening to his solo material, but right away, I just have to say, man, I, I mentioned this in when I reacted to Paranoid from Black Sabbath. I had never, that was the first time I had ever listened to Ozzy Osbourne's singing voice. I definitely knew who he was. I mean, I feel like even if you hadn't listened to Black Sabbath or any of his solo material, you definitely knew who Ozzy Osbourne was. He was pretty famous, but I just loved what I heard in that. I loved his singing voice, and I, but of course that was a very young Ozzy Osbourne. I think that was like 1970 when that song came out, and this is like around 90 91, and I dig his voice right here. It's very, it's definitely, I know he's like definitely the hard rock and more like the heavy metal, uh, kind of singer, but I feel like with here, it's definitely more like the softer, like the softer rock side. But when you listen to this and you're watching this, he he has so much. He's like he's putting he's singing his heart out here. He's putting so much passion and range into this song. And I mean, when you kind of, because I kind of want to look at the lyrics and kind of really understand like what the song was about. But it's basically, I mean, it's basically mainly about Sharon, his wife, and uh, basically her support throughout, because I know he struggled very badly with addiction. And of course, you know, when you're a rock and roll star, you definitely have a very chaotic lifestyle. And I mean, I can't imagine. I mean definitely, especially like for your family, and especially like if you have kids. I mean, I know that definitely is not an easy life to live. And it's basically just, you know, he's telling her like, you know, I'm coming home. Like, I'm coming home to you. I want to find solace. I want to find redemption. I want to, you know, be there. I mean, because, you know, you supported me throughout this whole thing. And I've read a couple of I've read a couple of things that, said that Ozzy actually said that if he, apparently his addiction was so bad that, I mean, he said that if it wasn't for Sharon, he definitely wouldn't be he definitely would have died. But kind of listening to this now, it's a little bit sombering, considering that just recently passed. And, you know, with title like, you know, Mom, I'm Coming Home. And I mean, now that he's passed away, he's come home to Jesus. And I want to get back into this, because I actually I'm really loving this. I'm loving the sound, and I like his just the passion he's putting into the song. Woo!
Cause mama, mama, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming
Ooh, gosh, just giving me goosebumps. Okay. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Wow. That was definitely that was definitely one that I mean, with the title like Mama, I'm Coming Home, I mean, you could definitely, I mean, kind of, I mean, I feel like it could kind of go one or two ways. It could kind of be definitely be more sombering, but then it can also be very uplifting. And I feel like, I mean, I definitely feel like with here, it was definitely very uplifting, because, you know, he's telling his, you know, I mean, obviously this was, directed towards Sharon. And he's, you know, basically, you know, Mom, I'm coming home to you. You know, you've been my biggest support system throughout, you know, my whole thing with addiction, and I know this, it's chaotic having to live the rock star life, but your support is everything. Basically, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And I know that I've read a couple of things that he has actually said that if it wasn't for Sharon, he would have died. And I mean whew, that I mean I definitely that was a great song. I was like very like he was singing that song with so much passion and so much like just fire into it. And I mean, you could definitely, I mean, just listening to it, I was sitting here just like I wasn't really, I know I wasn't saying a whole lot while the song was playing, but it was just because I was so into it, and I was just so mesmerized by it. And I and like I said, I had never heard it before, and I guess I wasn't expecting to love it so much, but I loved it. I definitely cannot wait to listen to. I can't wait to listen to more of Ozzy's solo material, and I also still plan to react more to Black Sabbath. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it had a very strong message behind it, and it definitely and like I said, you definitely can. He sang that with so much passion and fire, and you can tell, like you can just tell in his voice that he definitely means when he says like, "Mama, I'm coming home. I'm coming home to you." But what do you guys think? What's your favorite Ozzy Osbourne song? What other songs of his would you like to see me react to? Or there's some other songs by some other artists that you would like to see me react to? But if you like what you saw in here and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like and share, comment below. That way you will get notified when I drop new videos, and it will also too just really help me keep the channel growing, keep it out there. I really want to see where it goes. And I also I officially now have a Patreon, so if you would like to help me out, that is the best way to honestly support the channel. And plus you will get early access to videos before they premiere here on YouTube. And if you like what you saw with this video, hopefully check out some of my other content that I have on here. I've reacted to a lot of really cool songs on here. But until then, stay safe and have a great day.